Hello. Welcome to Anthony is testing a new Mac, part one. I think it works. Like, it should be okay. So let me know how the quality is out there. We're just going to talk for like 20 minutes and then I'm going to watch this back later and see if it's as good of quality or better than it used to be. Hi, Jake.
I'm on the shitty camera right now. I'm sorry. Should I
Yeah,
be?
you are.
This is a low fidelity test because
It's really
I'm
just
not
like
using flight
wave.
hardware for
Just
this.
wave. I want to see how fast it's doing things, is mostly what it is.
This is not a test as you fly situation.
No, I mean, it would be rad if this works out because here's what I'm replacing this as well as this. So if I can get rid of all of this, that would be great. Kind of amazing that there's a thing that I have not yet heard the fan on that can do better than all of that.
Yeah, no kidding.
And much
Mine's
to
gonna take
Jake's.
forever, man.
Oh, did you order one?
Hmm.
What'd you get? The Pro?
Yeah, it's gonna be like January 18th or something.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, I don't know why it takes so long though. Like, are they building it? What's going on here?
I did notice so I have the Mac Mini, and if I picked base memory and base storage, it was like available next week.
Yeah.
And then if I picked any higher storage tier, it was like 2 weeks.
Anything.
But if I picked the highest memory, it was like a month.
Yeah.
So whatever's going on with the memory situation seems to be the longest item.
When I worked in a store, that was like the inventory situation. You'd get, here's 6 models of Mac, and it was like 95% of your inventory was the base.
The 101.
You had 1 or 2 of every other one.
Yeah.
Here's 60 MacBook Airs and 2 Pros.
I know. Part of me was like, should I not have gotten a Mac Mini? But I mean, so I have a laptop from like work, and I don't really use it too much. So I like having a here always situation.
Yeah. I debated that, but I don't know. I like to just have one thing,
You like one item.
Yeah. I can just take it and it does everything.
Yeah.
I prefer that sort of monolithic approach, but
I think after the first couple streams we did was on a laptop, and I was not good at anything yet. So I was like always like it felt like it was always it was equally as long of setup as it was the stream. So it just felt like not sustainable. So I like that I can just put stuff in. I have like things mounted and stuff installed permanently, but I don't know. And then the whole hub situation, Thunderbolt hubs are not great yet. Still, I should say. But if it were, then I could have like everything plugged into that. I don't know, because Wirecast, which we're using to stream this, actually does okay when you're some applications to get back to your setup where like I had screens in this location is a real Herculean task, but Wirecast seems to do fine by like trying its best to remember how you had things and trying to map. Like if I changed my display arrangement a little bit, it would still know that that's the display I wanted set up over there and all this other stuff. Whereas sometimes that's not the case. We have some questions in the chat, Jake.
This is not a real show, guys.
Well, I have a couple of compliments about my camera quality. I did also get a new piece of hardware for my camera. So instead, I used to be using that like software capture card essentially. But I noticed that drove my CPU pretty crazy on the old Mac. So the new Mac Mini has less ports, less Thunderbolt ports, and just fewer overall. So I got like a new capture card that's just USB. Okay. So I can use an USB-A to have this coming out of my camera, which is nice. So I think it looks better, and I think it's more performant. The other one, I could notice some hiccups every once in a while. And then they're asking about our internet speeds. What do you got going on up there?
I am 750 down.
That's a weird number.
And then like maybe 30 up.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's not great.
No, it's not.
I got that gigabit symmetrical. Is 750 what you're promised, or is that what you're getting?
That's what I'm getting, I think.
Okay. No, I just meant like it's a weird. That seems like why not just say it's a gigabit thing and try a little harder, whoever your internet provider is.
Well, I actually originally bought 600 and then they just upgraded it for free. They just,
Added,
service
yeah.
improvements or
Threw
whatever.
it in.
But
As we're talking about this, your 30 up started becoming apparent.
yeah, I know this camera's being garbage right now, but
Okay, we're gonna try a few other things as well. We're gonna try this arrangement. Jake, can you I heard that there's a new EDL video. What's going on with this one?
It's just fancier graphics.
Is it good? I haven't watched it.
Pretty good.
How does the video look to you, everybody out there? Is it performant? Is it the right speed? Does it seem high quality?
Good parachute render.
Some of these shots are just like epic.
Some of these are gonna be real.
Yeah, like the one inside the back shell, right?
There's cameras pointed everywhere on this thing. I can't wait.
The one inside the back shell is a legit thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
They got in the back shell, on top of the back shell looking up at the parachute.
Right.
In the back shell looking down at the spacecraft when it separates. On the spacecraft looking back up at the back shell. And then on
Just
the
on
sky
the
crane
lander.
looking down at
Oh,
the rover.
no way. That one's gonna be amazing.
Like it's like every section has cameras up and down basically.
Wow,
There's
on the sky crane is gonna be incredible.
Yeah. So.
But that's gonna take like a while to get back, right?
Well,
or we'll have like frames, but not the actual video.
Yeah, I haven't been able to figure out how they're going to do it because the sky crane has an expiry date pretty quickly after after it drops the thing up. So I don't know where the data sits.
Oh, right.
It goes down to the rover and then gets uploaded later. That's my guess. But I don't really know.
Right. So is there any, when the sky crane and the rover, is there a connection? Is there like a quick disconnect situation, or is it only the cable that suspends it? Like, is there a connection between them? Could it be sending it over the wire up until the?
So I don't know. I don't know if there's a data cable there.
Right.
It could be.
String a nice long Ethernet or something.
Yeah. Maybe.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's
Damn,
great.
that's gonna be so cool. Are we gonna do things for that?
Yeah, I was planning on having a conversation with you. I have some ideas.
Yeah, we should do things for that.
Yeah, we should. I think we had fun with the launch one. I think there's some sort of duplication, replication we can do there.
And look, everything's working out here. So
everything works on the new Mac.
I now have less things. I mean, this just feels like cheating that I can just use this one Mac Mini and not have extra stuff. I mean, I think like my intention now is, for a variety of reasons, I ended up with a Mac Mini and the eGPU. Uninteresting reasons. Now that I'm just down to the Mac alone, I think I will just continue to like stay up with whatever Apple Silicon desktop stuff comes out. Like, because I assume there's going to be the iMac or the Mac Mini Pro with like more ports and faster things. So I think I probably will use this up until that next release and then bump up to that. Probably keep that one for a couple years. I don't know.
Seems reasonable.
I
like the strategy of like flipping them out every 2 years. I think it pays off pretty well because you can get pretty good resale value on them.
I'm curious what I'll get with this, because this Mac Mini, the Intel one, is like, I really souped that one up. I bought it 2 years ago, I think it was. But that was like pretty much every upgrade except the crazy SSD. So it was like over 2,000. We'll see what I get for that. I mean, the eGPU, I bought that one off eBay, and I'm going to sell it for the same price I bought it for, which is pretty rad.
Yeah.
So, but this Mac Mini is so cheap. It was like $1,200. It's crazy. How many monitors do we use for live streaming? This is the now Tech Chat. Welcome to Tech Chat with Off-Nominal.
Off-Nominal Tech Chat. You've got two, right? 2 monitors?
Yeah, I've got a main. I've changed my configuration a bit every once in a while just to try it out, but related to the Mac Mini, I had to go back down to what I was using previously. So it's the LG 5K monitor, which I kind of hate, as everyone does, right in the middle here. And then I have this little tiny Sidekick monitor, which is when I go to this like screenshot, this one, like this is just straight up my monitor on the side. I basically cropped out the nav bar and the toolbars up top, but this is like the whole size of this little tiny monitor over here. I tried to have like a taller vertical monitor, but there's this like, it was just over the limitation on what video output you could do on this new Mac Mini, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, so I'm not doing that. And then
You can do
you've got a crazy curve one.
Yeah, I have a 38-inch curved ultra wide that goes everywhere. So, and then my MacBook is right in front of me underneath it, so I technically have that screen too.
Yeah,
I don't use it
yeah.
too much.
I'm cheating because I have a laptop off screen that I use like this YouTube Studio situation on.
Right.
So that's where I look at chat and Discord.
Yeah, my monitor is big enough that I can, like, my normal setup is sort of 1, 2, 3 on the monitor, so 3 windows of whatever I want to have open. But in a stream situation, I also have like, I normally put my camera kind of right,
Yeah, over
kind
your
of
screen.
yeah, it blocks like the left, you know, third. So I don't really get to use that. So I kind of throw all the stuff that I that I like need to have open and only need to casually see. Like I check to make sure that I can see the recording button on cast, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the three
But
buttons that matter.
yeah, but I don't need to look at it, right? So I kind of throw everything there, and then I have video in the middle, and then Discord chat way off to the side. I can sort of just squeeze it in that one side there, and then down here I just put whatever kind of, I don't know, stuff I need.
Jake, I think this works, man.
That's great.
Which is great news because if you get that new one, then you can run this whole thing. I know you like your fancy Streamlabs or whatever. Would you use that one time? What's it called?
StreamYard. It was pretty
StreamYard.
good. I mean, it's not as customizable as Wirecast. Like you've been able to do all these cool little, but the out of the box options, and it's not bad, but the out of the box options just work real slick. It's just easy, and I ran it off this MacBook, no problem, with 3 other guests, and it was pretty good.
It felt more similar to like going live with a Google Hangout than like,
Kinda, yeah.
you know, because for the would you have been able to pull off the thing that we did for the launch webcast? You had like all these layouts and everything.
Yeah, close, pretty close. Because you can do like, a full screen, screen share for the video. You can have it to the side with just like little heads for all the people. You can have quadrants. You can have. I don't think there was a like screen share in the bottom. I think that's the one. Where
Oh right, we had the little inset.
I don't think I can do that. But
the only other thing I want to try is there's I think you might have tried it once, the Wirecast Go app where you can like. Did you try that to call? Or no, that was the rendezvous thing, I think.
Yeah, I think we just tested it. That's all I did.
Right. You can like produce you don't have as much control as like this, which I'm not using any of the crazy things on Wirecast. But I've been curious if I can run that off my iPad Pro while we're on the move. Like if we're down and somewhere, if I could have just the iPad Pro and then this Canon camera with like the Zoom recorder that we have hooked in for audio,
right? And
run a live stream, like a single shot live stream there. Because it seemed pretty good, and it would use all the same stuff that we have set up, like YouTube connections and all that.
Right.
So, I don't know. Maybe I'll try that sometime this week.
Boca Chica trip.
Yeah, I know.
In the after times.
It's now going to be close whether your border will be open before the orbital test, right? Like, I feel like can't have us shut too much longer, Jake.
Yeah. What is it till like January?
I had to get bumped back.
20th right now, I think. They've moved it every month, so one day I'll go to my mailbox.
Yeah, what happens with that? Is it just filled up?
It was it was kind of a shit show because they weren't like communicating at all, and we had one package there. My wife eventually just called them. It's like, I have a bunch of money in my account. Can you just take that money and put it in the mail and send it to me? And they did. So that's fine. So I think we cleared out the stuff there, but I don't know, like that business, I'm really like, I feel really bad for because the town of explain Washington, like its existence is dependent on Canada.
So it's a
just
mailbox boomtown.
it's just right up against the border, and it's just gas stations and mailboxes, and then people just come over and they do a tour. They pick up their packages, they gas up, and then they go back. And so it's like it's literally like you come in on the one border crossing, and then there's a cross street over to the gas stations, and then you go up another border crossing back into Canada. That's like the city. And so yeah, they're hurting. I know that the one mailbox place had just leased this whole big new building to store packages and everything. They had just expanded.
Oh man.
And people are still mailing stuff, like, so they were just still getting all these packages,
just backing up now,
and no one can come get them. So it was it wasn't pretty.
Man, what a weird thing.
Yeah, it's a weird
just
town.
Generally like the
Yeah.
that's a political situation that needs to be sorted out. It shouldn't cost that much to mail things to you.
No, it shouldn't. It's like in one way, you know, we have this great free trade agreement that's made a lot of things possible, especially like what I do, you know, like I sell to you guys and buy from you guys like crazy. But on the other hand, you're just like, this is not free trade at all.
No. It's a very expensive trade for me to trade anything with you.
Yeah, it's very
If we wanted to trade this audio equipment back and forth, that would not be free.
No, it wouldn't. So
all right, well, I think we've tested this. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of other content for Tech Hour with
no,
Off-Nominal.
Very unprepared. It's still early for me. I just had my yogurt bowl.
Oh yeah, it is pretty early out there. Forgot about that. So the only other test will be when we do a full one of these, if everything falls apart at like the 33-minute mark or something, you know?
Yeah.
I'll be like, well, sorry, we only tested up to 18 minutes worth, but should be okay. I mean, this Mac Mini doesn't even get hot, so.
That's great.
The other one was like a heater, space heater, underneath my
I
monitor.
used to be able to hear it.
Yeah, it was loud.
Yeah.
But now that'll be. But also, it's a great Mac if anyone's looking for a Mac they want to buy.
Just get on Facebook Marketplace, man. get 700 messages. Is this still available? And then no reply. That's how it works.
Okay, bye everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.
See ya.